Hello, I hope you can see my screen. We're on the second day of the week. This is 10th of September 2019, and we start analysis from the pair on our screen, which is GBP USD. And so far, as you can see, this is basically upwards. We have an active uptrend from this was from 3rd of September. So the price has been bullish from this point. There was a big move upwards, then it broke below these levels, and then it broke again above. Then there was a retracement, and somehow we still have price rallying above the 3 lines making the trend indicator. So this should be a good buy place as long as we have price ranging above these levels here. This is a very good place to buy from. As long as you have a very good place above, you have price rallying above the levels which I've mentioned, the 2 lines, we expect price to proceed to the upper side, and even better as long as you have price above the indicator. That means the overall trend is still upward. So you need to maintain bias on this one. Keep looking for buy positions. As long as you have price above this level, you need to look for buy orders. Have your stop losses below this level here. Entry, stop loss, and then your take profit needs to be around this level here, the one on top. So this is just the same thing which you mentioned. I said that somehow the price is continuing to the upper side, therefore you need to look for a buy up to around 1.2535. so if price can pull back perfectly up to the level which I've mentioned, then that should be a good place to buy from. So the main reason I'm insisting this a buy is because of this. We have this zone here, it was broken, and then there was an inside bar candle, then there was an engulfing candle. So inside candle followed by an engulfing candle means that you are continuing to that direction. The best you should be doing is actually to look for a trade in that direction. So if you're looking at this chart at the moment, you should be looking for buy positions up to the level which I've mentioned, and that on the daily doesn't look very clear, but on the 4 hours 1 hour you are able to see perfectly what I'm saying, that we are buyers, and the best place to buy is the zone which I've mentioned. So you buy at 1.2145, 1.2345, and then your stop loss is at 1.2303. Then your take profit is around the daily level, which is this 1.2535. So overall that chart is bullish, so we will look for buy orders. We move forward to the next chart. That should be Euro USD. Yeah. So far this is what we have. There's an active move to the lower side. This is like a downtrend, and as I mentioned yesterday, we had this level here at support. We also had this a support. There's a break below. Somehow we are still oscillating below this trend line. So this means the overall trend is downwards. The best you should be doing actually is to look for sell positions. Then the next pair, USD/JPY, which is this. This is now a buy. It actually went above a very good level, which is this one. We have this. We also have this, a support. There's a break below, it came back as a resistance, and then there's a break above. So if price can pull back up to the zone which I've mentioned, then that will be a good buy up to the next level, and that should be this point here. So if you are looking at this chart and you want to trade it correctly, you should be looking for buy positions up to this level which I've mentioned. The best is for price to retrace back down up to somewhere here, then continue upwards up to 108.89. So we move to the next chart. Which is SP500. So SP500 is also bullish, and there's a level here. This is the zone which we drew some few days ago. We had this as a support the entire place. then we mentioned that if price does not break above the zone which it's now above, we were actually waiting for a sell. But since price went above it and is still somehow above the same level, we actually expect it to proceed upwards up to this level. So if price is to pull back down, then this is the next best place to buy from, 2938.1. If price is to continue downwards, is to pull back massively to the lower side, then that is the next best place to look for a buy from. So I'm not saying that where the price is, the price may not continue upwards. It may continue upwards without retracing to the lower side, but if it do come down, then the best place to buy from is this 2938.1. that is the correct place to look for a buy from. So on the Forex, we have the same level. It's still a very significant level even on the Forex. So if I was to draw it like this is what we will have: resistance, 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 resistance. A break above, price needs to come up before it continues to the upper side. So that is a good buy up to this level here. Then we have the next chart, Brent oil. So Brent oil is bullish. We have an active uptrend. Price basically went above the level where we didn't expect it to go beyond. It actually closed above a very good level. This is a resistance, a resistance, a resistance, and then there's a big candle which opened below and then it closed above everything. So that is a sign that we are continuing to the upper side. The fact that price opened below that level and even closed above the same level is a possible indication that we are continuing to the upper side. So the best is actually to wait for price to retrace back down up to that particular zone, especially the lower line. Then you pick a low risk buy in case it comes back but does not close below. So we'll move forward to our next symbol, and that is gold. Gold so far was bullish on the weekly. This was what was happening on the weekly. We had actually a big move. On the weekly chart, price may come back down up to this level here. This is what we expect to happen. So if price is continuing downwards, then this could be a retracement up to 1371.10. So expect this move. Expect after the following two pin bars, expect price to proceed up to maybe this level and could break even lower. So if that happens, that price comes back to this level, then this is a good place to buy from. On the daily, we have this same level, but somehow the trend is changing. For hours, the trend has changed already and we are sellers now. So as you can see, we actually have levels here which price has gone below significantly. This level, also have this, and then we have this on the other side, then we have this. So if price is to continue downwards from 1493.89, then expect it to go up to 1445.55. Actually, you should be looking for a sell as we are speaking. You need to look for a sell. You need to look for a sell up to this level here. Just a second. Here, have your take profit there, and then your stop loss should be above the candle which actually broke above. So it may appear big, that the amount of money you're risking there is big, but it's good considering the fact that the take profit is actually much bigger. So that should bring us to the end of today's market overview. So far, what I can say is that the clearest chart today is actually gold. I expect to sell gold. You can sell it now, have your stop loss as I've mentioned, and then also have your take profit as I've mentioned if you want to be safe on this. And so gold is a very, very good sell. We are below a significant support and price has just retraced back up to the same support. So you need to pick a sell as you're speaking and expect that sell to drive price even lower to the level which I've mentioned. So thank you very much. See you again tomorrow at the same time. So before I cut this out, I want to say that tomorrow in the afternoon we're going to have a very good webinar on breakouts. So if you didn't attend the previous webinar on breakouts, you can still attend it. It's really useful. I'm going to explain why I'm suggesting that this is a sell. From that webinar, you'll understand perfectly well why this should be a good sell for you, and if you sell it, why your stop loss should be above this level, and then why your take profit should be somewhere around this point here. So thank you. See you again tomorrow in the afternoon. Bye.